But thank you for doing that, because it truly makes a difference in the lives of other Americans. And you have taken your civic duties, not just your religious duties, but your civic duties very seriously. And you truly strengthen America. I want to bring you greetings on this very important anniversary from our President, Barack Obama. It is an honor to be able to bring those greetings from him to you today on this special occasion. I also want to thank the Sikh community for what it has done to protect religious freedom for all people. You have been at the forefront of the effort to seek freedom, not just for yourselves, but for everyone. And that has meant a great deal to the nation and to the world. I also want to thank you for the way that you have partnered with our office and the White House more generally, as well as other religious and community groups, to serve people in need and otherwise promote the common good of this country and of the world. As Dr. Singh was saying, we have worked with you all on the very important initiative of My Brother's Keeper to ensure that all of our children are able to reach their full potential in life, and to know that they are loved and encouraged by not just their own family, but by all of us. Dr. Singh has been a great leader in the climate change effort, as well as other Sikh groups and other faith and community groups around the nation. And we have made phenomenal progress in that area. And we simply could not have made that progress had you all not decided that this is a priority for us. And we will work together, we will speak out, we will take time from our busy schedules to ensure that we work on combating climate change and preserving this rich planet that we all enjoy and hope to pass on to our children and our grandchildren. So thank you for that. While today is a day of celebration, I also want to offer our deepest condolences for some recent violence and attacks that have harmed Sikhs and Sikh institutions. Dr. Singh and I have been in touch about this in recent weeks. Just this week we heard the disturbing report about a Sikh man stabbed in Fresno. We also heard a few weeks ago about another man who was attacked in Fresno. And the attacker said that, the police said that the attackers were shouting hate-filled obscenities at this person as they attacked him. We're also aware of a couple of cases very recently dealing with the Gurdwara in a temple where there's suspected vandalism and fire. So we want to say to you that these reports are of tremendous concern to us, as we know they are to you. We feel a deep sense of loss for these victims of these crimes, and we just feel so stricken by the grief and anguish that they have caused for the families and the communities. And we know that when things like this happen, there's a kind of sense of deep violation and anxiety, which is quite understandable. We want you to know that we stand by you in this very challenging time. These types of incidents not only cause great grief for the people who were attacked and for the communities that are most closely associated with them, they also threaten all of us, because America derives its strength from the diversity of its people. So we want you to know that we are stricken by this as well, and we stand with you, and we will continue to work on these incidents until we stamp all of them out. Like you, we believe an attack on any faith is an attack on every faith, and that it's essential that all the faith traditions in our country and indeed our world stand together against hate-motivated violence. As Assistant Attorney General Vinita Gupta recently said, hate-motivated violence and discrimination deserve no place in civilized society. She is working in close partnership with her U.S. Attorney colleagues, as well as the Civil Rights Division under her leadership, and remains committed to vigorously enforcing all of our laws to ensure that we combat hate-motivated violence. And again, we want you to know that we will continue to stand with you during this challenging time and do everything that we can together to ensure that your security as well as your civil and constitutional rights are protected, as they should be, as every American's civil and constitutional rights should be respected. Some of you may have heard President Obama speak to these issues in recent days. Before the holiday break, the president made a speech at the National Archives where he said, "We honor our noble past when we push back against bigotry in all its forms. And remember that our freedom is bound up in the freedom of others, regardless of what they look like, or where they come from, or what their last name is, or what faith they practice." So we believe that it's essential to our legacy to be there for everyone, no matter what faith they practice or where they live. While there are certainly challenges we must confront, we cannot forget that we are making progress on some key issues. As Dr. Singh mentioned, we had a wonderful gathering at the White House in December that brought together people of all faiths and none to talk about how we can support each other better, how we can learn more about each other's traditions so we aren't ignorant of each other's beliefs and practices, and how we can learn from one another to ensure that we are drawing on the strengths of America that are so great and have made our country truly exceptional. So we're very excited about that initiative, and we think that it will bear wonderful fruit for all of us. I also wanted to cite just one other very notable example. As many of you know, the Army recently made a religious accommodation that allows a Sikh soldier to grow a beard and wear a turban while serving in the military. And we will continue to stay in touch with you about this issue, which I know is terribly important to you in future days, as well as many others that are of shared concern. Let me just close by saying again how honored I am to be with you, and how much I hope that this is the beginning of a conversation between us and many more visits like this. The Sikh community has shown tremendous resilience in the face of challenges in the past. And I am confident that you will triumph, and we will be there with you to triumph over the current challenges that we face together. And we look forward to continuing to work with you as we seek to live out the teachings that were so well articulated by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, who said that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Thank you for the honor of being able to join you today. Thank you for your friendship and for your work. And thank you for the opportunity to continue to work with you in the days ahead.
Thank you, Melissa. As you can see that she works tirelessly and she puts in unlimited amount of hours for this nation. These are the real, I would say that these are the real people who are doing a great service for this country. Immediate and prompt action taken by the White House is really making us all feel very safe and really assured as a community. So thank you so much for that. And I know that President Obama values her opinion and seeks her counsel and guidance on all issues, not just the religious communities, because she is not just a scholar, but really she knows the pulse of the community for many, many communities, not just the Sikh community. So Melissa, you are an invaluable person at the White House on behalf of the community, for our community. So thank you so much for your service and your commitment for religious freedom in this country. We would like to give you a token of appreciation and love. I would like to request Sardar Indipal Singh Ji, President of GGSL Gurdwara, to present her a book written by a book on Japji Sahib, the opening hymn of the 6 scriptures to Guru Granth Sahib. Melissa, also we would like to extend our support to President Obama for his initiative on controlling the gun violence. And that issue that definitely affects.
Thank you for your support of the President's work on gun control, common sense gun control. As you know, earlier this week, he took a few steps that were within his power to do. And we know that this too is an important issue to you all as to many other Americans. Of course, and we look forward to continuing. I think the President has made a very eloquent case about how we need to be in conversation about this issue with our neighbors and our colleagues to help them to understand where we're coming from and to try to work together, because we need changes in our laws to really make a serious advance on this policy, and that won't happen until, of course, Congress acts. So we need to have a national dialogue and keep that national dialogue going until we can bring about significant reforms through the legislative process. Of course, as to veterans, we honor our veterans service so much, and the President will speak as he always does to these issues in the State of the Union address, which I hope all of you will be able to watch this coming Tuesday, to talk about how much we value our veterans service and how much they have sacrificed on our behalf, and how much it is incumbent on all of us to show appreciation for that service. And I know many of you have friends, probably have friends and family who have served in the military, and we're grateful for that service. And of course, when they emerge, we want to make sure they are supported. When they finish their time of service, we want to make sure they're supported in every way, and we want to make sure that they have what they need to live successful lives. So we will certainly continue to stand with our military as they do such an important job, and want to do everything possible we can to support them. And I appreciate Dr. Singh's words about the incidents that have been happening recently. Of course, we always respect the law enforcement's determinations. We never try to substitute our own work for their very important work and their fact-finding, but we do want to be in contact with the community, making sure we're hearing from the community about what's happening, and coordinating people where it is appropriate to do so that all of our law enforcement have all the information that they need to come to factual determinations in particular incidents. So with that, let me just encourage you all. I know you probably have more on your schedule to do today, but to thank you again just for what you do. The strength of your community is so impressive. It really has made an impression on me over the years, and I just want to encourage you, because you make such a difference, and I'm not sure that it's always clear to people who are just doing their jobs and trying to help their neighbors and trying to speak out from time to time. I know you've got jobs and kids and a million responsibilities, but thank you for doing that, because it truly makes a difference in the lives of other Americans. And you have taken your civic duties, not just your religious duties, but your civic duties very seriously. And you truly strengthen America. Thank you for doing that. Thank you for the sacrifice that you make. And let me just close with an open door for us to talk about how we can work together more closely, and how we can lift up the work that you're doing even more, because I think that as people see the contributions of diverse Americans to our country, they find it quite inspiring, and it spurs more kinds of efforts, more networks, and it gives more power to the issues we all care about. So it's a wonderful prospect to continue to look forward to working with you.